My name's Lauren Rodriguez. I'm from Hayes County, Texas, and I'm testifying on my own behalf, and I'm testifying against SB 1646 and 1311, which are both transgender medical bans. I am a proud mother of a 17-year-old transgender son. My son came to me at the age of 13, terrified that I wouldn't love him, and told me he was transgender. I could never, ever hurt my child, so of course I accepted who he was, and we began his transition. First, we as a family socially transitioned, which is just, short haircut, change of clothes. We found him in an amazing medical team, which included his primary doctor, his psychologist, an endocrinologist, and a psychiatrist. After 6 months of working with our team, we were able to finally get my son on puberty blockers. We were both excited and happy we could stop his puberty from getting worse, because unfortunately for my son, he had already been going through the wrong puberty for years. This allowed both myself and my son to work with his medical team and determine what was going to be the best for him going forward. I also had to deal with an ex-husband, much like Jeffrey Younger, who was not supportive of my son's transition. At the end of a 1.5-year battle with my ex-husband, his rights to my son were terminated because he was determined by a court here in Texas to be the abusive parent because he was not on board with our son's transition. After this horrible experience, we were finally free to continue with my son's transition. We legally changed his name and gender marker, and within a few months, at age 15, he started on testosterone. His smile the day he got his first T-shot was the biggest smile I'd ever seen on my son's face. He could not contain his enthusiasm at being just one of the boys. While we were doing all this, my son kept seeing his medical team every few months to check on his T levels, and kept up with a psychologist as well to make sure we were all on the right page. Last December, at age 16, my son had top surgery. Because my son went through female puberty for a few years before he transitioned, this surgery was necessary and life-saving for him. In order for my son to have this surgery as a minor, I had to get a letter from his primary doctor, his cardiologist, his neurologist, and his psychologist, just so the surgeon could do the surgery. After 5 years of showering in the dark and 4 years of wearing binders, my son finally had a body that fit his soul. The first thing my son said to me after his top surgery was, "Mom, I'm finally free," which of course made me burst into tears. The first time I walked past his bathroom and saw that he was in the shower with lights on, I burst into tears again because he was finally happy with his body and at peace. If you pass this bill, you will stop children from my son having that peace of mind.
Thank you for your testimony. Any questions for the witness? Thank you for being here.